Hello.
All right. So we have Mega Latios and Latias coming. More importantly, we have Rayquaza coming. And Rayquaza, I don't care what the hell you use for Rayquaza. You use recommended, we're good
Get
enough.
it like this.
You're gonna do fine. Most of the stuff we raid, you're gonna be fine. Mega Latios and Latias, for the love of God, make a team. For the love of God, don't be a
Please.
Bobo. Just make a team. It's super easy. Look, there's a little bit different counters for Latios versus Latias, so just make a team for each of them. Make one team, and then each time you go in, just revive your team and go in with that team.
It'll
or you can
make
make
a
two teams
difference.
if you really want to. You don't have to, but but I mean, look, you want something. If you want to Mega Evolve something, you can work on Mega levels with something too. Any of these Megas are great. The top 5 are all Megas. Primal Groudon, those are gonna be the tops, right? I will put these links in the bio too, or in the description for the thing. But you could go here, look at these. You want to take the top counters that you have that are leveled up. Let's say you have a Reshi, but it's not leveled up for crap. Unless you're gonna level it up, don't use that. And make sure it has the right moves here too. So like, you know, Dialga with dragon moves that's leveled up. Reshi, Garatina, make sure they have dragon moves. Bite Crunch T-Tar, especially a shadow one would be nice. Zekrom dragon moves. Dragon. Do you see the theme here? You want some dragons, you know?
Dragons.
Are, you know, ideally the best. Bite Crunch Shadow T-Tar is really good. I mean, regular T-Tar probably be good too. Yeah, you know, if you don't have any of these, again, a good dragon that you have powered up, always good option. If you don't have too many good dragons, good dark types. But again, having one of these Megas in your team would be nice. If you have Shadow Mewtwo powered up, if you have any of these Shadow Dragons or regular dragons, and if you don't have them powered up, you can power some stuff up. I mean,
Yes.
it's not like they're not useful for other stuff too. Power them up.
Make a team, it'll
Make
make
a
a
team.
difference.
Latios, very similar, but a little different. Latios, it's actually saying Rayquaza could be a good counter for Latios, which I guess any of them. The problem with Rayquaza as a counter for raid bosses is it's very glassy, so as you see here, it says it will die 63 times. So you're gonna burn through a lot of revives with Rayquaza.
That's
You
a
could
lot.
maybe, like, if you have like a really good Rayquaza that's all the way maxed out, maybe use that one. But like, try and mix some other dragons in here. Look at the death totals that have a little bit lower death totals, so then, you know, your team doesn't die as quickly.
Dialga.
Yeah, Dialga, Garatina, Reshi, they're gonna die a lot less than Rayquaza is, because Rayquaza is a little classy. But again, look at these things. We're gonna quick make our teams, and we'll show you in a second. But just make these teams. Make one for each, and then revive them each time when you go in. If you really want, you can make more than one for each, and then you have multiples to go through. Like if your team dies in the middle of the battle, you can just switch to that next team and alternate in, so you don't have to revive each time. But
It might be necessary.
it's gonna help. It's gonna help everyone in there beat it quick, get more Mega Energy, and save on revives by doing it this way. I know you're like, oh no, I'm burning revives, reviving this team over and over again. Yes, but you're gonna burn a lot more revives if you just keep joining with recommended and stuff like that and don't revive stuff.
Very much.
So yeah, all right, hold on, we'll be right back with our teams.
Okay.
All right, so we made our teams.
We did.
Again, you can kind of see Latias. I went with Gengar, which we're gonna obviously. The Mega you're gonna use. Obviously, you want to use the same Mega in both teams. So if you have like a good Latios that could be Mega, that might be a very good one as well. You know, look at what you have. Salamence, if you have one, but like pick the same one for both teams, I'll say, because you can only Mega evolve one thing, and you want to be able to use it for Latios and Latias. So put that as the first thing in both your teams, or somewhere in both your teams, right? Because you want to have a Mega on both teams. Then after you get past the Mega, obviously a lot of these top counters are Megas or Primal, but you can only have one of them, so don't worry about the rest. After that, for Latias, I went with Reshi, I went with Garatina, I went with Dialga, Zekrom, and Reshi. Now, when you look at some of these things, like some of these moves, you don't always have to have the best one. Shadow Force, you do really want for this because it does make. You click on it and look at the difference in time it makes. And like, let's say if you have Shadow Force on versus Shadow Claw, Shadow Ball, it's almost like a 60-second difference, which is pretty big. But some of them you don't need it for. What'd you go with?
For latias,
Yeah,
I went with Gengar.
you had the Hydreigon because you have the Hundo Hydreigon.
I have a Hundo Hydreigon, I have a Hundo Dialga, and I have a Hundo Reshi. So I went with those, and then I went with Giratina and Garchomp because that's also a Hundo. Latios.
And then yeah, Latios. Here's an example of Latios. One of the best counters is Rayquaza. Breaking Swipe is the new move that's really good, but Breaking Swipe, when you look at it, Dragon Tail Breaking Swipe, time to win, 1,110 seconds, versus Dragon Tail Outrage. It's like a 20-second difference. It's
So
not
you
that
don't
big a
have to,
deal.
yeah.
If you really want to get Breaking Swipe on it, if you have like a Hundo or Shundo or something you
Right.
want to put Breaking Swipe on, sure, that makes sense. I do have a Hundo, so I have 2 Hundos on my team, so yeah. But yeah, obviously the Garatina's on this team again because it's the same shadow. Again, if you're the same Mega, so whatever Mega you use, put that on both teams to lead. And then again, some of these things cross over, like the Garatina and the Reshi crossover. This does recommend the Rayquazas more, so that's why we both have Rayquazas on our team. Yeah.
Yeah, and Gengar.
So basically, our teams are pretty similar.
Yeah.
Minus we added like a Rayquaza in here or there for this
Right.
one, because it's useful in this. So again, you don't even have to, like, honestly, you could probably, if you have like really good Dragon types, you could run the same teams on both. The same exact teams really if you want, but these, it's slightly different, so these things will give you a slight edge on the teams, and hopefully they won't die as fast, and you'll get through the race a little bit quicker. But please, for the love of God, make teams. Never ask you to make teams, just make teams. Usually we can all carry you through.
It'll be so much
Just
easier.
make teams.
So much
Rayquaza,
easier.
this way you don't even have to make a team. Just go and recommend it.
Don't worry about
We'll
it.
fly on by.
It'll be
For
like,
this,
please. It'll make such a big difference.
make a freaking team, or
Be
you're
a
out.
Big
You're out.
difference. You're out. You're gone.
Okay,
Bye.
seriously, make teams.
Yes.
And yeah, Rayquaza
So
and Mega
excited.
Latios and Latias. We're
Yes.
gonna be doing a lot of these raids, so it's gonna be
Excited.
fun. All right, good luck.
Bye.